Stop scrolling for a second, because this might explain why your money disappears even though you make good money. If your household earns over six figures, if both partners work full-time, and yet one unexpected expense still makes your stomach drop, this video is for you. Because there's a quiet financial trap millions of hardworking couples are stuck in, and nobody warns you about it until it's too late. Let me describe a couple and tell me if this sounds familiar. She works in marketing, earning about $62,000 a year. He's in IT, making around $71,000. Together, they bring home $133,000 a year. That puts them in roughly the top 25% of U.S. households. On paper, they should be winning. They should feel secure. They should be building wealth. They should have breathing room. But instead, they're stressed. They're living paycheck to paycheck, or close enough that it feels the same. Their emergency fund might last a month or two if nothing goes wrong. When the car breaks down, it goes on a credit card. When rent, groceries, insurance, and childcare clear the account, there's barely anything left. They're tired. Both work full-time, sometimes more. Evenings are short and rushed. Weekdays blur together. And the most frustrating part? They did everything right. They got educated, built careers, got married, combined finances, bought a home in a decent school district, followed the exact path society promised would lead to stability. So why does it still feel like they're drowning? Why does a household making over $100,000 feel so fragile? If you've ever said, "We make too much money to feel this broke," you're not failing. You're reacting to a system that changed underneath you. Why modern dual-income households often feel worse off than single-income families did decades ago. This phenomenon has a name: the two-income trap. The term was popularized by Elizabeth Warren long before she entered politics, when she was a bankruptcy law professor studying why middle-class families were collapsing financially. What she found shocked a lot of people. Two incomes didn't make families safer. They made them more vulnerable. Here's why. In the 1970s, the typical middle-class family relied on one primary income. That paycheck usually covered housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and still left room for savings. But the real advantage wasn't just affordability, it was margin. If the main earner lost a job or got sick, the stay-at-home parent could enter the workforce. That second income wasn't spent, it was reserved. It functioned as a safety net. Fast forward to today. In most households with children, both parents already work. That backup plan, it's been fully deployed. And at the same time, the cost of simply being middle class exploded. Housing prices rose far faster than wages. Healthcare costs multiplied. Childcare, once unnecessary for many families, became one of the largest household expenses. Education and transportation costs surged. So what happened to the second income? It didn't create wealth. It got absorbed. Every single dollar. Here's the trap. Families started making decisions based on gross income, not resilience. Banks approved mortgages assuming two paychecks forever. Car loans, school districts, daily expenses, all priced around both incomes always being there. But life doesn't work that way. A layoff, an illness, burnout, a parent who needs care, a child who needs extra support. Lose one income and the household doesn't just earn less, it often can't survive its fixed costs at all. That's why so many dual-income families are one disruption away from crisis. Not because they're reckless, but because they have no margin left. So what do? The answer isn't make more money. It's change how you structure your life. Families who escape the two-income trap do something counterintuitive. They build their lifestyle as if only one income exists. Housing that one paycheck can cover. Transportation that doesn't depend on two salaries. Fixed expenses that leave room to breathe. The second income, even if both partners keep working, is treated as temporary. That money goes to emergency savings first, retirement second, investments third. What they're really buying isn't luxury. They're buying options. The option to handle emergencies, the option for one partner to step back if needed, the option to make decisions based on family and health, not fear. This approach requires short-term sacrifice, driving past houses you technically qualify for, saying no to lifestyle upgrades, resisting the pressure to spend like everyone else. But the payoff is massive. Over time, that second income starts generating income of its own. Compounding kicks in. And suddenly, you get what two incomes promised but never delivered: real security. Here's the truth most people never hear. We didn't trade one income for two and win. We traded flexibility for appearances. Real wealth isn't how much you earn. It's how resilient your life is when things go wrong. Two incomes aren't the problem. Spending both of them is. If this video made something click for you, hit the like button. It helps this reach people who need to hear it. If you want more content that challenges how we think about money, subscribe. And ask yourself this one question tonight. If one income disappeared tomorrow, would your life collapse or adjust? That answer tells you everything.